not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla at Big Vern. Y'all know what time it is on a beautiful Monday here in the Midwest. They call them for thunderstorms today, so make sure you go out and get your pets in early and then get them back inside where it's nice and dry. Last segment, we talked about Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, his return over the weekend. He fought in Kansas City. It was a great showing. He looked like the Wilder of old, which, like I said, benefits his fans, and it feels good to get that one under your belt. Then in the first segment, we talked about LeBron James. He picks up a $52 million player option. We told you back in April he would do that. He's not going to leave any money on the table so the Lakers can go get another player. This also puts them over the salary cap for 2025-2026, so they can't go out and get another player, another scorer, or somebody in the middle. And they're also a first apron team. Find out what all of that means when you check that segment out. So from the world of boxing, going to talk some college football. The Wisconsin Badgers, they're suing the U over poaching a player. But do they have a case? I don't know. We'll talk about it when we come back on the other side of the content. It's your boy Big Vern. Give me a beat. Dun, 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 dun. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios, pushing another rap album this month. Fine Dining, Dave East and Young Chris. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is Pablo and Gunna. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. We won't stop. Get that money. Get that money's one of them ones. That's one of them ones. Kiss the Sky with Ransom. I'm talking Dave East is in his bag, and Lil Chris ain't bad either. Like I say, it's one of them albums you can just put there and then just listen to it, and the flows is dope. The beats is nice. Like I say, it gets you into a whole new bag. Fine Dining by Dave East and Chris Young. In stores now. Shout out to Dave East and Chris Young and Fine Dining. We thought the project was dope, so go pick it up. We left off on the other side of the content, and the Wisconsin Badgers, they suing the U. Wisconsin, they filed a complaint against the U Friday, alleging they poached a defensive back, Xavier Lucas, after he signed a revenue deal. Now, this is the first in college football history where the universities are suing one another for tampering after kids have signed NIL deals, and they bolted before the season started. But do the Wisconsin Badgers have a case? I don't know. And this, which leads me to my sub-question: can you ruin your collegiate career chasing the bag? That's a fair question because I see it both ways. On one hand, you have the player who should be compensated for his talent, but I also agree to the notion once you sign a deal, that's it. You have to honor that deal for at least 2 years. Can't be you had a breakout year and now you're ready to restructure. You have to go ahead and deal with this and stay for 2 years. That is just my remedy. I could be wrong. But what's so unique about this? For starters, Wisconsin is enforcing the contract on Lucas even though he won't be there. What? Yeah, they still want compensation for the contract. Now, secondly, per Lucas's lawyer, Darren Heitner, Lucas never got paid any money. So how could you force a kid to pay back something you didn't give him? And that's why I asked the question, does Wisconsin have a case? Because now you're trying to recoup money that you never gave somebody. And I find that to be totally weird. The story has another interesting plot twist, as most of these stories do. Again, I see it from both sides. Like I said, I am the mayor of fair. I do not have a dog in this fight. However, your word has to mean something. Now, Lucas isn't mentioned in the lawsuit by name. He's only referred to as student athlete 1, But before we get to the plot twist, let's go ahead and get into another another R&B album. It's your boy Big Vern. Give me a beat. It's your boy Big Vern. Come on now, you know how we do it. New R&B album out. Coco Jones, Why Not More, extended version in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is Taste. That song gonna get you in a lot of trouble. For real, fellas. That's one of them late nights. That's one of them late night done. AE, oh my God, is wild too. Trust me. If you ain't ready, then don't put that one on. That's grown folk music right there. Thing for you, it's a real record too. Look, 90% of women do and feel the way she sings in that song. Listen, that's a real record. Other Side of Love, that's another deep record. Cause man, she be singing about some real situations. Go get the album, man. Coco Jones, Why Not More, in stores now. So shout out to Coco Jones doing a thing. Why Not More, in stores now. Make sure you go pick up the LP. Plus, man, she fine as hell. I'm sorry, old girl is nice. Like, wow. Yo, she's very, very beautiful. Anyway, when we last left off on the other side of the content, we were talking about the different kind of plot twists. Now, here is one of those twists. Lucas publicly left Wisconsin for Miami in the winter without entering the transfer portal. I didn't know you could do that. Yeah, I didn't know that you can do that. Like, he just was like, I'm out. Greyhound, back to home base. I'm done. And he didn't even put himself in the portal. Wow. Again, I don't know that you could do that. And again, that's it. But Lucas allegedly had made the request to Wisconsin and the powers that be at that university that he did not want to be there and he wanted to be placed in the transfer portal. So if he has made you aware that he's not going to be here, if he's giving you multiple requests to leave and put him in the portal and the university fails to, how could you sue this man? Because it's one thing to just split, and it's another thing to make repeated requests, and the school isn't going to grant your wishes. Lucas's attorney, Mr. Heitner, he cited that in his summation, saying Wisconsin is violating the NCAA rules by not putting Lucas into the transfer portal after multiple requests. And if that's true, the case isn't as concrete as Wisconsin wants it to be. Now, if you can't force a kid to stay where he doesn't want to be, and you can't make a kid pay back money you never gave him, which, if you can remember not too long ago in the distant past, I asked you when we did the segment, does Wisconsin have a case? It's looking very shaky. At least against Mr. Lucas. You didn't give him any money, however, you want him to pay the money back in an NIL deal. He asked to leave the university. He turned in all paperwork and made repeated requests. And then, feeling like no one was listening to the kid, he left in the winter and went back home. I don't know how many times you can say this before people get it through their heads, is that you don't want to be here. You can't force somebody to be there. Now, Miami, they don't have clean hands in this debacle whatsoever, because Wisconsin alleges that the Canes ambushed Lucas' family along with alumni at their Florida home when he went home on winter break. Miami's actions are a direct violation not only of NCAA's established anti-tampering rules designed to maintain the integrity of the transfer process to ensure fair compensation among member institutions, but also establishes contract and tort law. We are in a new era of college football. College football is a billion-dollar machine. It has always been a billion-dollar machine. Players getting paid is nothing new. It's new to the media and to the people who are very naive. However, this has been a thing since the 90s. Right now, it's just all out in the open. This is all out in the open. Nobody is going to, you should not be shocked. Let's put it like this. You should not be shocked when you see 18-year-old millionaires, because that is what this is producing. And the trade-off is pretty much your body and your physical well-being. For those who are able to navigate that and make it out, hey, congratulations to you. But there are guys who are big stars in college and then they get hurt and they don't have anything to fall back on. This whole thing with, you've got sponsors and then you've got endorsement deals, and now you've got NIL money from the state and the boosters. And now it's to the point where the boosters don't even have to talk to the coach. The boosters have their own recruit apparatus. This is what you have to understand. This is the world in college football, what you live. And it's gotten to the point where coaches now publicly have to give back their salary. The money class, the rise of the money class, is one of the most underreported stories in sports culture right now. In primary media, which is TV and circulation, and in secondary media, YouTube world. Because these guys can all be bought and sold. Except for me, because I don't give a damn. Nobody likes to talk to me because I ask real questions. That's why you came here. That's why we built this thing on readers instead of TV watchers and knuckle draggers and mouth breathers. And I know it sounds like I'm going back and forth with the whole who has a case and who doesn't thing, but it's all in good faith, I assure you. I don't know how this thing will turn out. So that's why I just brung it up. That's why I put it out here to the Vernon Maniacs. Where do you sit? Are you with the Canes? Are you with the Badgers? The Badgers. Whatever you decide, you know the drill. Again, if you are listening to this pod, get in the comments. Let us know, did we get it right? What did we leave out? This is Big Vern. We talk back. We'll be back. Top of the hour.